With a massive buildup of Russian troops near Ukraine's shared border and U.S. intelligence indicating an invasion of Ukraine could happen early next year, U.S. President Biden met virtually with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Good to see you again.
The pair spoke for 2 hours. Putin denies Russia intends to invade Ukraine, calling it fear-mongering. But the U.S. president made clear today that if Russia did, tough economic sanctions would follow.
I will look you in the eye and tell you, as President Biden looked President Putin in the eye and told him today, that things we did not do in 2014, we are prepared to do now.
That reference is to the Russian annexation of Crimea from Ukraine that prompted U.S. sanctions. Biden also told Putin the U.S. was prepared to assist militarily.
We would provide additional defensive materiel to the Ukrainians above and beyond that which we are already providing.
Well, what we know for now is that indeed he was arrested this morning at 9:30, was intercepted as he was leaving the country at Charles de Gaulle Airport. Apparently, he was on French soil for some time, though we do not know for how long. He was flagged because of this Interpol request by Turkey that was outstanding for some months. Now, we were told by the police that basically if you enter the country and you are flagged by Interpol, you don't systematically come up in red, if you like, when you go through customs, but you do when you go out, which explains why he's been arrested this time. And indeed, well, yes, it is Khaled Aid Al-Otaibi, 33-year-old member, former member of the Saudi Royal Guard, one of the 26 people wanted for Turkey related to the killing of Jamal Khashoggi on the 2nd of October 2018.
This is all that's left of the cells where some 1,500 inmates were held. The fire tore through the prison at dawn, while many were still sleeping. A police source said the first fire truck didn't arrive until 2 hours after the start of the blaze.
Unfortunately, we have 38 casualties. Of these, 12 died of asphyxiation and 26 of serious burns.
The Interior Ministry said on Twitter that the disaster was caused by an electrical short circuit at a nearly century-old prison, a facility that was home to almost 4 times as many as it was designed to hold. Chronic overcrowding is a problem in Burundi's prisons. According to November figures, there were some 12,800 inmates living in cells designed for around 4,300, despite a presidential amnesty in March, which saw 5,200 prisoners released.
Clashes erupted in Nairobi after a Kenyan police officer shot dead at least 6 people in a rampage, then shot and killed himself on Tuesday. That's according to a Kenyan police commander. Angry residents near where the incident took place set fire to tires on a road to protest against the violence. The officer first shot and killed his wife at their home before setting off with his service-issued AK-47 rifle, according to the Directorate of Criminal Investigation's tweet.
Israeli airstrikes struck the Syrian port of Latakia earlier on Tuesday in a rare attack targeting key facilities. Syrian state media reported that Israel fired missiles on the coastal city of Latakia. No casualties have been reported in the bombing. Syrian media showed some containers on fire at the port, which have been contained. It was a rare attack on the port city of Latakia, a vital facility where much of Syria's imports are brought into the war-torn country since civil war broke out in Syria in 2011. Israel has staged hundreds of strikes on targets inside Syria over the years, but rarely acknowledges or discusses such operations. Israel has acknowledged, however, that it targets the bases of Iran-allied militias such as Lebanon's Hezbollah group.
Will only come out a little later. All eyes now on Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who is about to make a statement in Parliament. We are awaiting word on precisely when that is. Of course, we will get that to you live as and when it happens here on India Today. But the news coming out from Kannur in Tamil Nadu is not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good at all. The death toll is almost certain to rise. But as I promised you, we will only bring you an official corroboration from the ground when we have a confirmation from the local agencies, so that there is absolutely no misstep.
Germany's new traffic light coalition promises to dare more progress. Social Democrat Olaf Scholz will have to balance the agendas of the progressive Greens and the pro-market Free Democrats. But his first challenge will be tackling the country's aggressive fourth COVID wave. Scholz is in favour of mandatory vaccination and wants lawmakers to vote on the issue before the end of the year. His first trip abroad will be to France, which is set to take over the EU's rotating presidency in January. Scholz has said he wants to shore up Germany's cooperation with NATO and the Transatlantic Alliance. Analysts say he's likely to talk tougher on Russia and China than his predecessor.
It will come as no surprise that the Australian government will not be sending any official representatives to the forthcoming Winter Games in China. For some time, people have been very aware that we have been raising a number of issues that have not been received well in China, and there's been a disagreement between us on those matters. We have always been open to meet with the Chinese government to talk about their concerns, whether it's their concerns with our foreign interference legislation or other foreign investment rules, where Australia takes a very strong stand, standing up for Australia's interests. But of course the human rights abuses in Xinjiang and the many other issues that Australia has consistently raised